Okay, let's try this again. Okay. No dropped frames, it says. Alright. I'm seeing no dropped frames, so let's hope that whatever caused them has stopped. Okay, so trying again. Didn't really miss anything. Nothing's happened yet. And this is where I should have got beyond here because this takes forever. There is a introduction scene thing that is like a speedrunner's nightmare. You can't pass it by.
I just see people standing on a cliff.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Slowly changes.
Well, yeah, it changes from one screen of text to another screen of text, and then it's done. And now I finally have control. Let's change my settings.
Okay. Whoops.
Whoops. I don't like this.
Yeah, everything looks peachy from here, so...
Yay!
Yeah, smooth.
Anyways, do you guys need me to explain any of this crap?
Go for it, Mark.
Now, I'm not going to do things like normal for the first, 15 or 20 minutes. As in, I'm not going to actually, truly fight all of the random battles. I'm actually going to run away from all of them. Because as soon as a character joins your party, from then on, they will always get the same amount of experience as the entire group gets, even if they're not in the party.
Oh, so grinding now hurts your grinding later.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I'm not going to really worry about it until the fifth character that we meet up joins us, because he has the second fastest rate of experience gain, and he has nothing special to him other than his stats. He doesn't really get a whole lot of skills and abilities. So, getting him to the point where he can have the most impact from levels is kind of important. And also, just before him is also the slowest experience curve person will join. So the faster you get him, without getting a lot of extra experience, the better off he will be. Not that it'll make a difference. He'll be at the exact same level when he rejoins you later, because he does leave the group. Okay, first things first. Chaz, let's take off a hunt knife and give it to Han. I exchanged their weapons just a little bit, so Han has a slightly stronger weapon. For the boss. Because I felt like it. This place is pretty pathetic for a dungeon.
So I thought you were going to run away from the monsters, but the monsters were running away from you.
You can't do anything about that monster. That hurt. Anyways, if you noticed, in the conversation with Han just before he joined, we kind of forced 100 Mesita out of him. This is a trend. This man is our piggy bank. At least for a little while. Yeah, pretty much. The first time you force 100 out of him. The second time you force 300 out of him. The third time, 500. The fourth time, 1,000. And I'm going to lose Chaz. Or not.
Lovely.
Yeah, I'm going to lose Chaz. Unless they... Yep. That sucks because I now have to leave the dungeon. Because when I did this... What was it? Last week sometime? None of this happened. I even played through the first 2 hours of this.
I don't like the fact that in your trail of characters, she's just static.
Yeah.
Couldn't you at least have a graphic?
Also, check it out.
Over somebody's shoulder.
Check it out. He's dying.
Old school JRPGs, man.
He's not dead. He's dying. So if I come here, and rest, yeah, it doesn't quite fit there. You can't have more than 4 characters for a name. So, yeah.
Just type dead. It's okay.
Unfortunately, we can't have dead people. Well, okay, that's not entirely true. Oh, hi.
You sound like death.
It's a bit. I think I might be coming up with a cold or something.
You don't
I mean, coming
say.
down with a cold.
Join the club. Although I got rid of most of mine last Sunday.
Mine's nearly gone, but then again, I've always told myself that I'm nursing the same cold that I've been having since like October of 2010.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Hi, first boss.
Yes, first boss, Iglanova. This guy is fun because he will never hurt you if you do this right. Now
Like an SMT game.
Now I used Saner, which increased everybody's agility, and I used Vision skill that Han had. Wow, that didn't work out the way I thought it was going to. Did I target the wrong enemy, or did he miss?
The Let's Play curse.
Yup.
Yeah.
Okay, that happened, and that helps. See, if there are no Xanafalgs on either side, then he will just keep spawning them. And he will never attack.
Huh.
And if you have Saner, you're always faster than everything here. Anyways, Han's Vision skill increased everyone's dexterity, and Elise's Vortex skill is really strong.
I love the way that the skill he used to spawn this thing is called fishing.
Yeah, if anything, it should be mitosis or something.
It wouldn't fit.
My toes.
Actually, no. That is actually biologically correct.
Fission?
'Cause it's how bacteria reproduce. Binary fission. Yeah.
It's
Well,
like-
there you go.
So it actually does make sense. I am a dumb.
So everything in here is basically giant germs.
Giant octopus germs? Yeah. Sure. Let's go with that.
What is the point of this?
What's the point of what?
I mean, porn. I meant porn.
Really?
Yes.
God damn it, Hisame.
I'll see what I can find for you.
Just because I'm sick doesn't mean that I can be a pervert.
Fair enough.
I still gotta finish this tomorrow.
Wow, Alice there is kind of aggressive.
Just a little bit, yes. Now watch closely. We're about to get 300 Mesita.
Are we actually extorting him as well?
Yes, we are extorting Han.
Wait, Zio, so we're fighting a magic spell from the Shin Megami Tensei series. Okay.
Well, considering the first boss fight died to Atlas strats, you may be onto something here, see.
All I did was buff myself and then just killed it. I mean, it doesn't do anything to you.
That's basically SMT strategies as a whole.
Yeah, fuck up your enemy into wasting all their turns. I
And we
really
can.
love the press turn system.
Now we were
in
trapped.
games.
We were trapped there in whatever the frick that town name was. Can't remember. We couldn't leave until we finished the mission. I should note that this was supposed to be a Hunters Guild mission, and we never get payment for it.
So that's why we're extorting Han.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a compensation fee.
I'm not going in that town. I'm
Well,
going
we're
to
extorting him and also using him as slave labor, so...
pretty much. Although here in a
We
moment,
still came out on top in the end.
we're going to have he's actually going to have the highest defense of the group here, because they just throw you 2 pieces of equipment that he can use.
Out
So
of
the punching bag
curiosity,
ends up having the highest defense. Why am I not surprised?
Well, it's temporary. It's temporary. It doesn't happen like for very long. The first they give you a carbon shield. Gives him another, what, 3 points of defense.
Nope.
Yay! Can't escape. I love that. Now you notice that Han took less damage than Chaz did.
Yeah. Also, these monsters really look more like aliens.
Yeah, they're bio-monsters. What could you expect?
It's Phantasy Star. Do you really expect them to look like, you know, regular animals?
Well, the ones outside look like regular animals. The ones in weird places look like things.
giant
and-
germs.
They call this place Birth Valley for a reason.
Too easy. Not gonna make the joke.
Oh yeah, carbon suit. That gives Han 8 more points of defense. He now has 20.
So, Max, when are we fighting Genova?
Oh, we're not.
Oh,
So, the entire point of this town and this place that we're in is everybody got turned to stone. Zio's doing. There's apparently a medicine for this, but the Motavians, which are the native people of this planet, have it. And yes, we're not native to this planet.
I'm getting Star Ocean 1 flashbacks here. 'Cause
Not
so far,
quite.
This is the exact plot of that game.
Not quite. Fortunately, we don't have to walk back out of Birth Valley. They put us at the entrance. So,
We just extorted him again.
yes, another 500 Mesita. That brings us up to 800.
Free money!
I
We
know!
were going to do this to every character we recruit.
No, unfortunately,
Aw.
Han is the only person that we are blackmailing, basically.
Because he's a wuss bitch and not everybody else is.
Well,
Do we
he
at
needs
least
us
get
to
to
do
keep-
things for him. By the way, this place is
at least-
destroyed.
Do we at least get to keep him as slave labor?
For a while.
Wow.
Oh,
He's-
so he's one of those temporary party members.
Well, no, he comes back in the end. I
Oh.
mean, you can use him as part of your final party. It's just...
by then,
It's just he's
you
one of-
know, money's kind of useless.
He's one of 5 fifth party members that you can use at the end.
Oh. Okay.
Or you can go without and just go with 4. I've done it. It's not too difficult.
Man, why does this art style look familiar?
Or just be a real man and solo the final boss.
Well, the only... It's hard to solo anything because you get a character that auto-revives at the end of every battle.
Well, that's not fair at all.
It's an android. What did you expect? Anyways,
Oh, okay, go figure.
we have Rune. He's level 17. But
Why do you have a level
That's
7?
not a giant red flag at all.
look at how much experience he needs to get to the next level, though. So, yeah.
Yeah, totally not a red flag at all.
Also, I'm going to switch this out now while I'm thinking about it.
What
Now-
year did this game come out?
95. It was 94 in
95.
Japan.
So I'm guessing you're never going to use him.
Oh no, he's a permanent party member eventually.
Oh.
Now, we came to Krupp for
Party
one...
serve, don't worry.
We came to Krupp for one reason and one reason only. We want to watch a cutscene. And it involves Han.
We're going to
Extortion?
extort him.
No, we're not extorting it. The whole point is that by watching this cutscene now, we avoid interrupting a more important cutscene later to introduce her. Not that she's important, necessarily. She serves basically no function other than being Han's fiancée.
Oh, so she's not another party member.
No, she's not. No, all she does is teach school
What?
children.
Aww.
Also, by the way, there's a dog down here. Remember
dog?
this. He's a fat little thing.
That is a fat dog indeed.
Oh my goodness, that's a fat dog.
That will play an important part later. Just
Do you think
remember.
dogs also like to change laser pointers?
Well,
I'm gonna have to
I don't
test
think
this out.
that one says no. He doesn't chase anything.
Well,
that
he
dog
does. He might lose some weight.
So we just blew down some rocks.
Yeah, he just explodes them. Just like that.
Yeah, it's called magic. And if I show you right here, first off, he has 6 techniques available to him. And he's got... Wait, what? What's Tai Tai talking about? Start the call without calling next time. I thought you did.
No,
didn't-
I said it didn't work.
It did for me! It didn't pop up on me, it just came up in the background. Anyways, here's his magic, his
I guess it's
skills.
version differences then?
I don't know.
Yeah. Version differences. I'll look it up. Maybe it's like hold control or some shit.
Oh god, we probably interrupted him at work or some shit.
Oh, so it's not just holding it down a button. It's typing something. See, I told you you should have said something or asked him last night. At least I told you today you should have asked him last night.
Well, too late for that now.
So, did we actually interrupt
To play with
something?
Frank.
Pardon?
That was a bad breakup. I was asking if Rune's speed comes into play when you try to do escapes. From
I think his level comes into place because his speed is it's 22, which is pretty high, but at the same time, I don't think that actually makes a difference. Speed really only makes a difference in your evasion, and it might have a little to do with your defense. I don't know. I mean, there's only 4 stats.
Yeah, this RPG is kind of bare bones in terms of mechanics.
Well, the simplicity is what makes it so good, though. There's no complicated mathematical equations. I know that's what you look for, but still.
Fuck you, man.
Anyways, time
It could be
to...
worse. It could be like Dungeon Defenders and have no variable numbers at all.
Sell the leather shield, sell the leather cloth, sell the leather band, and sell the white mantle. Because the wood cane has a use in battle.
Does it cast a spell like some Final Fantasy items do?
It basically is the same as the rest technique, which heals you.
Oh, okay.
Shame that it's not the chainsaw.
Oh, the fucking chainsaw.
Why are we in the planet of the Ewoks?
These are Motavians.
They look like Ewoks with beaks.
They look like rats.
No. Titanium dagger there. Sell this crap that I just took off.
You know,
Yes?
you know those times in which your
Let's
hands
see.
are so cold that your laptop being hot, like really hot, feels good to you.
Yeah.
It's actually cold down there?
It's not. I feel cold.
You're chilling.
Oh dear.
So anyways, here's one of my favorite cutscenes in the whole stupid game. Do you know the path? Do you want to know why the path to this village is blocked by a rock? No. Then do you want the measurements of that famous and beautiful hunter, Elise Brangwyn, also known as the 8-Stroke Warrior? Yes! So, yeah.
Now you're talking.
Why do you want to know your own measurements?
Technically, our main character is Chaz, not Elise.
Well,
Whack.
she seems to be more of a main character than Chaz. Chaz hasn't said a single damn thing.
He's said a couple of things, he's just not significant yet. So anyways, Rune's looking for something, and he's gonna leave us. But guess who's joining us? Hint, it's the big guy in green.
You.
Do we get to extort him?
No. For that matter, he will continue to stay with us without being extorted. Just wait till you see what Han says to that.
Oh, so giant Furby Ewok Man is going to be a permanent party member.
Well, no, he's not a permanent one, but he sticks around for a lot longer than Han does.
Ah,
And also, for some reason, he's immediately in the front of the group. He's our axe wielder. And his stats, just look at this. Like, he's no mental and no agility. But he's all strength.
So when he hits, if he hits, he will hurt.
Well, that's the thing. His dexterity actually is not bad. It's 11. So, it's... And dexterity is your chance to hit. Anyways, we're going back into Valley Maze because we can fight the things in here to actually, you know...
an axe user that's actually accurate? What blasphemy is this?
Well, he's not completely accurate, but he's better than, he's better than some people. Like, for right now, he's better than Chaz. And Chaz has a sword.
Damn it, Chaz.
Now, Han's got our first truly good technique that we're going to be exploiting in this battle right here. He has the Watt technique. Guess what that is?
What?
Water
Watt.
spell?
Yeah, and it's Watt.
Hey man, character limitations were a hell of a thing back in the day.
Yeah.
You should really listen to the horror stories about Secret of Mana's translation.
Never did care for the Mana games, even though I have beaten Legend of Mana. Don't ask how, I don't think it was legit.
That's my bro right there.
Don't ask how, I don't think I was legit with it.
You should at least play like Seiken Densetsu 3 at some point.
I've watched a playthrough of it. I'll admit it was H.C. Bailey, but I've still watched a playthrough of it.
Oh, so you watched him basically utterly break the game over his knees.
Yeah, and also I've only watched the one playthrough of it. I haven't watched all of the playthroughs that he did. Because he did all the characters.
Oh yeah. He tends to really go for 100% on everything.
So we've got the Tsu technique now on Chaz. That's basically a light technique.
That's in the Mana Remains my favorite RPG of all time.
Then these guys are weak to fire. So when they're resistant to physical attacks as well. And for the moment, Han is our best medic. Because his mental is the highest of all of us.
Are you great?
It takes a lot of intellectual fortitude to actually be able to take being extorted. So that will be why.
Well, he's basically the only true tech master in the game. He's the only person that will actually fill up his battle tech window.
Huh.
He gets 16 techniques for battle. And that's the most of everybody.
Interesting.
16 isn't really popular.
You know what you should play after you finish this game? One of the Breath of Fire games.
I'll tell you what, I have barely played Breath of Fire 1. I have gotten to the very end of Breath of Fire 3 and then turned back to do stuff and subsequently forgot to keep playing.
You never played 2, Ben?
No, never.
You should play 2.
I've heard
two
2
is
has
the better one.
I've heard 2 has the worst dragon system in the world.
2 has the most easily broken dragon system in the world, is what it is. You can completely trivialize Breath of Fire 2 if you use dragons at all.
Dragon puppies.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but titanium armor costs 1120 Mesita.
Hey Hans, we need 1120 feet.
I only have 1218 right now, and I need 2 suits in order to be fully upgraded in armor.
So that's why you're grinding over here.
And the fact is that for the most part, we're averaging somewhere between or around 120 Mesita per battle.
So we're gonna be here a while, gotcha.
Well, not for a while. We're also trying to grind up everyone's levels. Because Chaz and Han were badly behind. No less than level 5 before we leave is the idea. At least for those 2. And we're currently level 4 with those 2. I wouldn't mind seeing Gryz get 1 level. Ah, no. Because the next dungeon is, like, stupidly dangerous, and if I don't do this, then I'll probably have to, like, return to town a lot.
Ah.
So this is actually faster than just moving on.
I wonder what the later Phantasy Star games have to do with the earlier ones, because
Basically nothing.
Because the later one,
Absolutely nothing.
because the later ones are all like weirdly technological and shit.
Well,
And
now...
they all have a bad guy named Idola, and they all have a bad guy named Dark Falls.
Well, Dark
Did you just
Falls...
say a bad guy named Ebola?
No, Idola.
Oh.
Tell you
I was
what,
hoping Ebola-ton was a real thing, but alright then.
I'll tell you what. Dark Falls is just a really bad imitation of Dark Force, as it was called, for the entire rest of the series after the first game. They called it Dark Falls in the first game, that's it. And that's because they couldn't fit Dark Force in there and mistranslated it.
Oh, so it's basically the only consistent thing across all the games.
Probably, yeah. From what I understand, other than that, and other than a symbol that you can see on Rune's cloak, and it's seen at least once in one of the online games, or maybe all of them, I don't know, there's no correlation between these games and those. Besides, they're calling them Phantasy Star games.
Oh. And I'm guessing the newer ones probably take place like far in the future to the old ones or whatever.
You would think so, yes. What you have to remember is that Phantasy Star 1 to Phantasy Star 4 is like a 2,000-year span. Phantasy Star 3...
Lovely.
Phantasy Star 3 either takes place at the same time as Phantasy Star 4, or 1,000 years afterwards.
Yeah.
Timelines! It's almost as worse as Zelda.
Yeah, but at least in this one, they actually try to give us years to work with. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but in the intro thing that was still and takes forever, they actually did give us...
We did actually get a date.
You did get you got a year. And they give you a year in the first game, and they give you a year in the second game. So, yeah.
Oh.
They do not give you a year in the third game, but that one kind of had all kinds of weirdness going on with it. Not that I don't like it, because I actually love it. It's, other than this one, I actually consider myself pretty well a master of that one as well. But that's only because it's simplistic enough that it's actually not hard if you know what you're doing. And the people who complain are the ones that have no frickin' clue what they're doing.
You sound angry.
I can't help it. I can't help it. Phantasy Star 3 is one of my favorites in the series. It's just that everybody hates it for some reason.
Note to self. Mind a thing. Strangely
enough, we have 2242 Mesita. which is precisely enough to get 2 suits of titanium mail.
Oh, cool.
Interesting.
That's really good timing, actually. I don't know how I just decided to notice it, but, you know, whatever. Anyways, we're gonna sell the leather cloth.
Mindless grinding tends to do that to you.
Well, the thing is the fact that I stopped precisely when I had to, and no further.
Sometimes useless miracles such as those happen.
So, we're going to go to the next dungeon, and it is back here. If you forgot, we're looking for Alshline in order to make everybody not stoned. Now, right here, there's a pause because Gryz is supposed to be moving to the front of the party. The thing is, he's already in the front of the party, so the pause was kind of useless. Oh good, we were attacked by Abe frogs already. Thank you very much. These guys
Those
are...
frogs, so those frogs have a dream, huh?
They just might. Their dream is to
Oh my
hurt you
goodness
badly and poison you.
gracious.
Actually, you're kind of thinking of the wrong person. Completely.
The one that had a dream was
Martin Luther King Jr. Oh good, I completely and utterly missed those
true.
guys.
I completely fail at American history.
That's okay. There was no numbers
Yeah,
involved, that's why.
Oh, yes, you deserve, which is weird because I know more about it than you and you live there.
I'm also not American either, so...
You still live there.
Don't care.
Oh, that's okay.
Nobody... This isn't the Middle East. Nobody's gonna question me on history or religion at random points.
Yeah, except you actually know a lot about religion.
Well, you have to know a lot of things about what you hate, so...
True.
This is why Dungeon Defenders is an educational game.
Okay! Alright! Not sure how that works, but okay.
Nice comeback, see.
I still think that we're just being extremely tsundere over Dungeon Defenders 3.
That may also be true. I mean, we all know C's going to buy Dungeon Defenders 2 anyways.
No, I'm not.
That's a lie, see, you know it.
No, I'm really not. I'm broke as hell. I'm gonna buy Dark Souls, if anything.
Oh, you have a death wish.
That's fair.
The second one.
Yes, I need something that will kick me in my nuts and remind me what a good game is.
But what you're going to get the first one or the second one, really? See?
First one or the second?
First one. Yeah.
I don't like the toadstools, they can paralyze you.
I think you broke him. He can't decide.
I recommended the first one.
Almost everyone does, actually.
It has a better story. Yes, I actually said that the Souls game that game has a better story.
I haven't played any of them, so I wouldn't even be able to comment on that.
Well, it has great background music as well.
Also, that is not a toadstool. That is a miniature Cthulhu.
Oh, what?
That's a miniature Cthulhu.
Cthulhu has wings.
It's a baby Cthulhu. Jeez.
And Cthulhu also doesn't have just 5 eyes.
So someone
Have you
did
ever
make-
looked at its face to know?
Yes.
How the fuck are you not completely insane yet, Ben?
How do you think I died?
Ah, fair point.
Why am I not a gibberish? Why do I not speak in tongues? It's a fighting question. I cannot answer it.
Also, that frog is creepy as hell.
Yeah!
Actually, half the monsters in this game are creepy as fuck.
Yeah, but for some reason, I really don't like the toadstools look.
I don't like them either. They paralyze you.
Really bother me.
Again, they do look like an old one, so I can understand why you wouldn't like staring into that shit. Oh my god.
You ever notice how high the encounter rate is in this game?
It's extremely high.
Well, I should say, I think it might just be the area, too. This dungeon in particular has a pretty high encounter rate, naturally.
It could be worse. There are certain dungeons in Digital Devil Saga, both games, that, yeah, you basically got into a fight every 3 steps.
I know exactly what he's talking about.
Please kill me. I still have to finish this Digital Devil Saga too.
But you are already dead! To kill you
I'm
further would
not
be to
liking
exercise
this.
your soul from existence.
That would be pretty cool. Do it to me, please.
Do not like 3 toadstools.
But
don't-
Hisame, how do you kill that which has no life?
I just explained it! Exorcism!
Or you
What if
could
it doesn't
just-
work?
Then you just kill me with a knife. And, you know, those... and the brain-killing eyes.
We could kill you
know
like,
what I'm talking about, too.
This is true. Shiki can kill ghosts.
Sir,
Yes?
you do know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
So we just picked up a titanium crown for Elise.
cool. It's a crown made of titanium.
Better than one made of leather.
That's pretty fucking handy.
It should also be noted that women tend to wear crowns as their headgear.
I wonder why.
Considering how Alice acts, I would not be surprised.
Except it's not just her. All
It's
women
like-
in this game.
It's like, when is she just gonna up and decide to... You know what? Let's take over the world instead.
Well,
She sounds exactly like the kind of person who would go for that.
Why not? I welcome our new allies, Overlord.
She's pretty cool. Violent, but...
yeah, she threatens the principal of the academy. She punches an old man just because he knows her measurements.
She
entirely
extorts the fuck out of people.
Yeah, pretty cool. Looking behind it.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's a
if-
character
if-
building experience.
Yeah, if she takes over and becomes queen of the whole world, she can
Hey.
basically practice extortion on a massive scale.
Hey, now this happened to Alice in Phantasy Star 1, so, you know, don't knock it. Of course, then again, she was already the princess, she just didn't know it at the time.
Oh,
Oh.
well then.
Huh, that just makes me want to type a bit ironic.
So we are going to take over the world. Lovely.
No, unfortunately we're not.
Oh.
So we're going to take over our home world then, right?
No.
Oh.
God damn it!
Fuck this game. It's killing my expectations.
Now, I'm just gonna say this. All these things you guys keep saying, you're all gonna regret it.
That's why I'm not saying much of anything.
Assuming everything goes well by the end of this 2 hours, you're all gonna regret every word you said about anybody except for Han. You'll never regret anything you say against Han.
Oh, lovely. We're already seeing palette swaps.
Yes, yes, we are. Well, we've been seeing these for a little while. Carry-on crawlers. They do basically the same thing as the caterpillars, or crawlers, I should say, from earlier.
Those worms have a rather unfortunate shape.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Mara!
Kind of puppy.
Hang on.
Yeah, they do look like Mara.
Baby Mara. Looks like
Now,
they got a binky in their mouth.
If there's one thing you're going to notice in this, usually towards the beginning of dungeons, they'll hand you an escapipe to get you out of there. It's like saying, yeah, leave, now. But they give this one at the very end of the dungeon.
Escapipe.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
We Mario now.
Oh, that's okay, because there's also telepipes that'll get you to different towns.
Also, Allshrine, isn't this really supposed to be Allshrine or something?
It's supposed to be Alzlin.
Oh.
What?
Anyway, so, should I use the escapipe, or should I just walk out?
Walk out, be a man.
Okay.
Or can you buy those? If you can
Yes,
buy
you can.
Those, then, if you can buy those, then fuck it.
You can buy them. Fine, we'll fight one more toadstool and one more blob.
Why?
Because I'm already in battle.
Because Alice really, really likes murdering baby Cthulhus.
Oh boy, let's use the escapipe now.
So
Yeah.
I wonder how many other baby SMG demons we're gonna face.
Well, you'll have to keep watching to find out!
Did you ever notice that Caterpillars look like Ada?
Also, do you guys notice how much money we have now? Considering how that we've been spending it so liberally in this town, we came out of that warehouse with 3,500 Mesita.
Not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. We might spend just a little bit though, because I'm sure you guys don't want to see me walk all the way back. Let's see, this one. I want to buy a telepipe. 130 Mesita, but it'll save us some time. We are going back to
So a telepipe
Zima.
basically lets you warp to any town?
Any town you've been to. We passed a town. I didn't go in one. Yay! Happy music!
How was one bottle of that enough for everyone in the
I
town?
don't know. Magic. Considering that we also used this to make somebody come back from stone in Phantasy Star 1, it's the exact same stuff. And at the time, it was supposed to be in a small bottle hanging around the neck of a talking cat.
Wait, so, go back?
That bottle that made everybody come back from
Looking
me.
at my phone.
That bottle
And
that...
I just hear words, and then I suddenly hear talking cat. Like, huh? Hi,
Okay,
what?
the bottle of stuff that revived everyone from being stone was used in Phantasy Star 1 to do the same thing for just one man, but the thing is, in order to get it, we had to buy a talking cat off of somebody, who turned out to be our second party member, by the way, and it was hanging from its neck in a very small bottle.
So basically, at some point, Null crossed over from the Lunar Universe into Phantasy Star.
Well, except for the fact that Meow is like 1,000 times better than Null. And yes, its name was Meow. M-Y-A-U.
Fair enough.
So, we get to see this guy again.
Oh, another one of these fuckers.
Now, watch this. Gryz has a skill, it's called Crash. It's instant death. This is gonna be fun. Yep.
Each skill has a limited number of uses?
Skills have limited uses. Techniques you have points for.
Ah.
Also, Chaz has uneven pauldrons.
That used to be a thing in JRPG designs.
His whole armor is uneven.
Yeah, it is.
We're exploiting him again.
Yes, we did, for another 1,000. His wedding fund. Now, we're gonna buy a broad axe while we're here, because why not? Another one. That 1,000 went to great use. We bought a new axe for Gryz. It's gonna give us a pretty good boost to his attack and defense. Hang on, let's sell his titanium axe. And we'll come over here to the armor, because Han, that money is also going to go towards your graphite suit and a graphite shield. So, yeah, we basically took his money and then gave him better equipment.
I have money with
So only in video games graphite is harder than titanium.
Well, he can't use titanium, so yeah. That's the wrong place. I'm going to actually get a few healing items real quick, because I went through Han's TP way too fast in the basement. And all we have is Monomate. Man, that sucks. I want some Dimate. And you can't buy in bulk, either.
Well, no, it's an early 90s RPG, so...
Hey, people figure out how to code Fantasy or Final Fantasy 1 to buy in bulk, so...
Did the original one have?
Well, no, it didn't have that capability, but somebody managed to code it to do that, so consider that.
Because I think it wasn't until...
If amateurs could figure out how to do it, then professionals ought to know too.
I think it wasn't until Final Fantasy III that they figured it out.
Actually, they did figure it out in 2 easy type. They gave you the ability to buy in 4s and 10s.
Oh.
Wait, 4s and 10s? Why 4?
I don't know. Because you have 4...
That's
Well, I say because you have 4 party members, but you actually have 5.
10 instead of 4 and 8.
Mental retardation on their part? I don't know. So, remember how you guys were talking about how everything in the later games are all futuristic and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Well then!
Oh, wow.
Oh, look, it's arm drones. They don't have any arms, but that's okay.
Oh, good.
Also, they just, like, raped Elise.
What?
That got his attention.
It's like...
Why do
it's
I
like
keep
good thing we don't have any viewers from Tumblr here.
Let's see. All those monomates, I'm going to put them to use. Because, why not?
Oh, that's cool. He probably has a trope page.
Who has a trope page?
You.
How do I have a trope page?
I don't know, do you? I could check.
I shouldn't have a trope page.
About to find out.
Oh boy.
Who knows, maybe you've pissed someone off enough that they made one.
I was waiting for the day that I would get Retsuprayed, but it never happened.
Nope. There's no Max Knight tropes page.
It
But I
just-
still have one. Cool.
It just means you're not terrible at it.
Well,
Or
yeah,
not
but
or not terrible enough.
if I would be proud of getting Retsuprayed, though. I'm not like those people who get butthurt about things. Okay, oh, these guys. Or I should say this guy. It's like one of the few biological things you can run into, and it's kind of unique because you won't run into another thing like it. Like, at all, until much later in the game. So anyways, first we're going treasure hunting, because why not? Also, now that Han is no longer has the best armor that's available like he had before, he gets
He's
really
dying
badly
pretty
hurt.
quick, yeah. He's dying pretty quick.
For that matter, so is Elise,
So-
and she has really good armor. Hang on, I gotta check
So,
something real
when
quick.
are we going to meet?
That's what I thought.
Pardon?
When are we going to meet humans?
Meet who?
Meet a Newman.
Oh, the Newman from Phantasy Star Online. Yeah. I don't know.
I met the first ones on the first.
The first one was in Phantasy Star 2.
Oh,
Okay, that's one different from the second one then.
Her name was Nay.
Yeah. And she was the best to the system. Anyway.
oh, lovely. Already palette swaps of the first boss.
Yeah, as a regular enemy. Oh good, free antidote. I'm going to use that on Han. Also, Gryz is in dire need of healing, as is Chaz.
Furbies eat food badly.
Oh, well, that's vindictive as all hell.
Also, Graphite Crown, stronger than the Titanium Crown.
Because sure,
Oh.
that makes sense.
Yeah, there's nothing
I will
up
be
there.
back for a bit.
Does he have... No, he doesn't. See, what's funny is that early on, 3 people get the Zan technique. It doesn't combo with anything, though, so... Or I should say, it doesn't combo with itself. Because there is combination techniques, or abilities, in this game.
Also, we are playing Digital Devil Saga.
In fact, let me set up real quick. I'm sure everybody saw the macro button down here. Do-do-do-do-do. Ah, this is a good one. Yay! Poisoned! Tri-Blaster! Yeah. Unfortunately, Chaz has, like, no TP. So...
Ah.
That's the limitation right there. Sue takes
That
5
and
TP.
That and it probably also uses like all 3 turns.
Yeah, it does require all 3 of them to be attacking in a row with them. In any combination. Of the 3 techs. Now, I will say that Elise also has the Zan technique, and if she would use it next to Han's Watt technique, we would have a combination called Blizzard, which is pretty darn strong against, well, anything that's weak to water.
But the combination itself is considered water elemental only.
For Blizzard, yes. For Tri-Blaster, I don't know what it is.
Probably just gun elemental if that's a thing.
I think it is just... It might be physical element. I'm not sure. It might be energy, for that matter, now that I'm thinking about it.
Shame this game doesn't have a bestiary.
Nope. I will say that there is a person named Fresh Feeling out there that has done a huge amount of work on cataloging things like the effects that all the different techs and skills have, what their elements are, what enemies are weak and resistant to, that sort of thing. There are literally like 16 separate, what you might call, elements that this game deals with.
Huh.
Yeah, and what's crazy is that the one that you think would be called wind is in fact physical, basically. Physical and wind tech together are the same thing.
Well then.
You know, when you're right next to a treasure box, and you get into a battle right next to it, you know...
So 16 elements, I'm guessing status ailments count as
Yes,
elements too.
they do.
Holy shit, we are playing Digital Devil Saga.
There's, a few of them are in and of themselves, like, take a look at this. I believe Gryz only has one technique, and it's called Bros. It has its own element unto itself. And everything that is biological resists it. Everything that's mechanical has normal resistance. As in, no weakness, no resistance, it's just normal. Let's see. I got a sword. Here you go. Ceramic sword, stronger than titanium.
And nobody else gets a skill of that element.
Well, Chaz also gets Bros eventually. Just, it costs 16 TP. Gryz has 24 TP right now.
Ah. So it's only the people who can spam it that get it.
Well, yeah, kind of.
Also, I love how blatant the battle screen is in spoiling that you're going to have 5 party members.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm back. What'd I miss?
Oh, not much. I got a ceramic sword. It's stronger than titanium.
Because clearly that makes sense.
No.
Oh, also, here's the funny part. Ceramic armor, when we get it, or I should say ceramic mail, it resists fire. Now, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Ceramic shield will also do the same if you're using a weapon and shield combination, which is really only usable with knives. If you have a ceramic shield equipped, it will resist fire. It'll also give your weapon fire element. Don't ask me how that works. Oh, it's also been determined that if you hack it so that Gryz can use knives, it doesn't bug out. He actually has an animation for using knives. In both hands, for that matter.
Well then.
It's just he doesn't normally have access to it because they didn't give him the ability to equip them normally.
So they might have intended to but forgot it?
Or they started to. I mean, I will say that they're using an animation that looks like him, like, sweeping a knife across, like Han does, when you see him use a physical attack, for one of his skills. And he doesn't get that skill until, like, later, beyond when we no longer will have him in the party. So, yeah. As close as I am, I'm going to heal up real quick just because I don't know if I'll get into another battle. Okay. Oh, and by the way, Hisame, you asked about Newman's? Yeah. Gotta love the horns.
Well then.
And by the way, they're only just figuring out this is from an ancient advanced civilization. Just now.
Sharpest tools in the shed they ain't.
Nope. Especially because in the Motavian history, they have tended to do a lot of scrapping of technology and things like that. So you'd think they would know more about this stuff, but they don't.
Oh well.
So I like this cutscene as well for one particular scene that's drawn here in a moment. You'll see. If you look at Gryz, he's staring right at you. It's like everybody else is looking at other things. He's looking at you.
Humans are bastards.
I also like how Chaz is like, oh, that sinister-looking castle north of Zima. And you have to, like, face palm because You're in Zima technically right now, and that's due west.
It's probably completely visible from the town, too.
It's completely visible from Mile, not Zima. Speaking of which, I'm going to go back there real quick and just enter the place. No, in fact, I'm going to do better. I'm going to talk to one person. It's very important. Because we're going to have to go there anyways for a side quest. So, yeah. Now that we're done here, we are done here.
Well, that wasn't ominous at all.
Nope, not at all!
It's like, yo, that computer is totally evil.
Except it's not evil. It's one of the few good computers we run into.
Also, we are going to run into evil computers.
Well, actually, I'm not sure if it's the... Well, now that I think about it, I'm not sure if there are. So anyways, you come to Mile, and this guy who's just standing here, he's like, and this is our Sandworm Ranch! Because Sandworm Ranches.
Unlovable. That implies that sandworms were ever lovable to begin with.
So Rika's in our party now, and she is a Newman. In fact, we'll look at her status screen real quick.
Does she have guns?
No, she has claws. Because she's a cat. She will be our long-term healer. Except right now, Han is still a better healer. Anyways, we come to Nalia. We will rest up real quick.
So is she just gonna immediately learn top-tier spells that she'll be completely unable to cast until the very end, and
No.
even then only once?
No. Nobody really gets techniques like that.
Ah.
So we have just entered the wreckage. Why are we here? Money. Pretty much, that's all we're here for. Also a free set of armor. There's some ceramic mail in here. And a free ceramic knife for Han, which is kind of nice, you know, not having to spend on that.
Yeah.
Also, enemies named Warren 286. I like how Han and Gryz are one of the few who actually hit a target in this round.
So I'm guessing the upgraded versions of those are 386, 486, and then Pentium?
No, just 386 and 486.
Oh, well then.
You were close, but no cigar. Ceramic shield, no one's gonna use. 1500 Masita. Yeah, I think I got a use for that.
That's a lot of money to find in a chest.
Not really. You'll find out here in a little while.
Also, how is the power still working? It's fucking wrecked.
You have no idea what these robots have been doing to keep this place going.
Oh, is that part of a plot?
Actually, this place is completely optional.
Oh. Well, does this place at least have some kind of flavor text to it?
Just a little bit, yes, but the reference might not be what everybody cares about. But it is a reference to a previous game.
This means I wouldn't know about it. Alright, though.
Hisame might.
Ceramic knife! It's slightly better than the titanium dagger.
Speaking of which, Hisame went quiet. Where did she get us off to?
Ceramic.
Might have vanished for a while, like she tends to
Let's
do.
see, 43, 43, 45, and 44. Wow. Okay, Chaz, you can have the ceramic mail. because Gryz is naturally resistant to fire. He's also naturally weak to water, but, you know, whatever.
Who the fuck cares, right?
Well, you're not going to run into anybody really using water for a little while, but the person who, or the enemy that will, kind of a dick.
Of course.
Also, Chaz going before Elise, what the hell?
I guess he decided he can't keep letting his girlfriend one-up him all the time.
See, I'm not sure that works
at
out,
it.
because take a look. Chaz is age 16. Elise is age question.
She's an old lady.
There's
yeah.
absolutely no indication whatsoever of how old she really is.
Probably old enough to be considered statutory rape.
It's possible. Then again, there's no unified government in this place, so take that as you will. This battle might murder me.
Let's not go just buying stuff, kids. Let's not do that.
Nah. Oh, I'm so glad I got that Monomate off. And then nobody can hit it except for Gryz. Wow, what the hell.
Well,
Yeah, that battle happened.
that indeed happened.
And I'm going to put Rika in Han's position now because she has more defense and HP. And we've reached the end. I like how he says there's lights flashing, but there's no lights actually flashing yet.
Oh, so turn order is just straight up front to back?
Yes. So, this is a reference to Phantasy Star 3. So, 1,000 years ago, the planet Parma exploded, and all the human-looking people are called Parmanians, or Parmans, or whatever you want to call them. And they make up pretty much the entire population of Motavia. Much more than the Motavians do. Even better, there's a third planet. It's called Dizalis, and guess what? They're all over Dizalis, too. But there are more Dizalian settlements than there are Motavian settlements.
Well then.
Yeah. Just like humans, to encroach everywhere and take over everything. So we don't have an Esk pipe, and I only have 86, 82 Mesita. I'm fighting my way out of this place. I want more money. Back when I did my LP of this game, I came out of this place with 17,000 Mesita. Also, this battle, again, it's gonna murder me. Okay, yeah, thanks for the critical hit on Gryz. Thank you. Oh, thank you for
welcome.
missing Chaz. Okay, this battle isn't nearly as bad.
Oh hey, Hiryuu.
About time.
Well, I thought it'd be a few minutes late, not an hour and 7 minutes.
We did mention it was going to be at 8, didn't I?
I wasn't here for that. And 8's usually like 8 is like right now it's 8:09 for me, so kinda not big deal.
Well, you haven't missed too much. I want to go this way. I think the other way is gonna... not these, more of these guys. Do you have the link?
Yeah. I'm already watching. I'm watching numbers and lasers.
Yeah, these lasers kind of hurt. Also, if I don't kill this guy now, thank you, at least could have died. Use another Monomate, because why not?
Monomate makes me think of Calorie Mate from Metal Gear Solid 3.
That Calorie Mate is what they're based off of. It's a Japanese product in real life, you know.
It's basically a protein bar.
Oh, okay. I can get behind that.
Yeah.
He has me a protein.
See, I just get my protein from meat like normal people.
And some of us hate eating, so you know.
Some of us like eating maybe just a little too much.
And here I am eating chips and salsa.
I'm sorry.
Now you're just making me hungry.
I'm sorry, see, but 115 pounds is not healthy, no matter how much you slice it.
I'm like close to 3 of him. And then that's not healthy either, but, you know, it's healthier than him.
I'm about 1.5 of them.
I'm around 2, so I need to be probably closer to the 1 3/4.
In fact, in a few months' time, I probably would be able to bench him.
I can already bench him.
Here now. Oh.
Okay, so we came out of that place with 10,000 Masita. That's not bad.
MST?
Yes, Masita.
Pretty sure it's pronounced meseta, but
Don't care. I've been pronouncing it Masita since 1996. That's how it stays.
Kind of like how I would always get on my friend's case with saying he would pronounce Meteor Meator.
What?
Boy,
Yeah.
that got on.
That one you can't even mistake. What the hell?
That's just like, really?
So anyways, we rest up at Elise's house because why not? For free. We could rest up at the inn for 200, but why? Anyways, we're going to sell a few things
Betting
here.
that the extortionist would be the cheapest person in the party.
Ceramic shield, titanium dagger, titanium mail. Now, we need to buy 2 saber claws and a struggle axe.
Sword, knife.
They're ceramic. Anyways, what was I doing? Oh yeah, for Rika's got
It's
2.
missing a few vowels.
Again, character limitations were a hell of a thing.
And variable width font.
Let's see. Except it's not variable with font.
Yeah,
It's
it's missing it.
monospace.
Variable width fonts are also a huge pain in the ass to program for old games, so...
Let's see. What do we want to do here?
You want to cast Nuke now?
Uh, 45, 46. Let's give it to you. And let's give this to you. Figuring out who gets what when you have very little money is very hard to do. And one more ceramic helm.
Lovely.
That's okay, we're about to get a huge infusion of money.
You mean you weren't already?
Well, this time it's going to be for practically nothing. First off, let's go and get some free crap, because free crap is awesome. Also, apparently this is... Well, you guys can't hear it anyways. I was gonna trip something special with a song that belongs from another game. Although I suppose it'll be in the video, but whatever. First off, there's a Trimate and 1,000 more Masita. Why not? Because we put chests in places that you wouldn't normally expect. So, Hunter's Guild. And there's a mission available for us. The ranch owner! Gosh, I wonder why. Now, I don't think I need to worry too much about Chaz's TP, so let's use a tech. We'll use Ryuka, and we can go right back to Mile. We're already rested up.
He says I haven't missed much in an hour, and I'm going like, what the fuck is all this?
We are still right at the beginning of the game. By the way, Sandworm.
Oh,
You have?
that looks...
Nope, you don't have Saner yet.
I'm going all this is like, what does all this do? I can guess what the sword icon does, but a lot of other things are like,
Sword icon attack. The one that looks like sparkles is your techniques. The one that looks like a starburst is skills, treasure chest items, and the shield is defend. If you didn't know that last one, then I don't know you anymore.
Edward Cullen and Starburst candies don't go together.
well,
What?
I was more... It wasn't so much icons as it was, Foy, Zan, Sanner, yeah, that's English.
Foy
Doron.
is fire. Well, like I couldn't. What is water? This is not a difficult thing.
Like 65 watts. What? He knows now. You know what I'm getting at.
I almost made the joke, but I decided not to earlier. You did it for me. Appreciate
Oh,
it.
right.
Yay! When it misses an attack, I get a free turn.
Honestly, the way that it comes across kind of reminds me of
Double slash, yes you do.
the translation of Treasures of the Rudras, or Rudra no Hiho. And that had the most interesting magic system I've ever seen. You could literally just type in whatever and boom, you have a magic spell.
Ow! Han, stop getting attacked.
Well, enemies kind of do that.
Okay, I'm going to... Do I have... No, I have a Dimate. Fine, I'm going to use a frickin' Dimate. Oh, you know, I'm going to use physical attacks with those two. Yes, it healed for 96, and he only has 62 HP max.
Well, that's not grossly efficient, but hey, it works.
Time to use that wood cane I've been holding on to. Oh, there we go. So yeah, everybody gets a whole bunch of experience and a lot of levels.
Wow, holy shit. Please wait.
Yeah, now we're all between levels 10 and 12, whereas before we were between levels, I think, 7 and 10. Talk to this guy, and he will say, okay, fine, I'm sending your money. So we got 1,200 Mesita for killing that guy anyways, and now we're going to get another 5,000. And then I can finally get everybody's armor up to standard. I might even be able to get 2 suits of ceramic mail, which would be nice. I missed it. So yeah, putting your town at the edge of the quicksand that's actually slowly expanding, not a good idea.
No. Doesn't
From a
seem
design
like the Gryz.
standpoint, probably not.
No, no.
Yay, I can afford 2 suits of ceramic mail. Now I'm broke. You already had it. You do not. Ceramic is stronger than graphite. That makes sense. And now I have a little bit of money. I can afford to buy Diamate. Of course, it's just a little expensive. And rest up again, because why not? Because it also gave us... Hang on, let me see something here. Chaz only had 2... Okay, he still only has 2 uses of crosscut. But he has the anti-technique now!
Hooray.
Moonshade paralyzes enemies. That's nice. Rika has a third use of double slash before Chaz has a third use of crosscut, and he got crosscut earlier. Yep. Of course, Rika also has the fastest experience curve of everybody. Which makes sense. She's a Newman!
I have not played any of the Phantasy Star games to completion, but I do believe that there is a task for this. And I believe they used the ever-living shit out of Rika.
What they did was they kept Chaz at a deliberately very low level so that he could equip a thing called Shadow Blade, which would cause his mental to kind of underroll to a very high point, and then he could use the Tsu technique to kill everything. Han's dead in 2 attacks.
So basically you went from like a low level to negative, which is not negative.
Yeah, it's the Shadow Blade. Basically, it technically reduces your mental and dexterity, I think, or agility, or something like that. But it does it by being a very, very high bonus to it. And I think the stats are limited to 255.
Just like how... Never mind.
Offensive 5 actually has one for an underflow glitch.
That's what it's called, an underflow glitch.
Yeah. Basically getting a really high stat because it rolls around. Yeah. Because we weren't into big numbers back then.
So I'm going to go back because those All Slugs murdered Han. Uh-oh. Oh good, we killed that one. If we hadn't, they would have combined together into a Meta Slug. Which is big. And hurts. And I don't have anybody with instant death right now. Well, except for Gryz. Gryz has instant death. You missed it. The first boss, you get the chance to face again later. And I killed him in 1 hit with instant death. Since you don't have access to instant death the first time you fight him, it makes sense that it would work the second time because you would have it. So, yeah.
I'm assuming that's all chance-based.
It is. I mean, it's based off of his strength. I mean, I think it's... I'm not sure how it works. It's like... It's based off of his strength, but it also, it checks against something. I'm gonna trigger a cutscene over here by staying at the inn. You talk to these 2 girls over here, you don't have to talk to them, but they're like, yeah, they used up all their money and they don't have the money to pay for the room. So you stay at the inn and you get a neat little cutscene in the middle of the night. They're trying to escape in the middle of the night, and then they get caught.
Really badly, it seems, too.
Yeah, and now they're not there. Guess where they are?
Well, I can at least deduce that they are not there.
They're right here. In prison!
Oops.
And for some reason, the other one says they're ex-convicts now. Even though they're in prison still.
No one will marry us now? What?
I think they're mixing some
Yay.
references there, and I'm not gonna touch that one.
Yeah. Wow. Mary, definition number 2.
Oh, come on! Rika missed? Why? We have a surprise attack on them, and we can only kill one of them. That's stupid.
Well, at least at once.
Yeah, but still. Fortunately, these guys do give pretty good experience in Masita for right now. The money was
Yeah.
better back in the wreckage, but...
That's what happens when you have to deal with a random number god.
Oh, these guys hurt! Ow. Oh, shit. Crash. Do that. Vol, please work on, please. Yes! Instant death.
Well, that was lucky. Probably. I don't know. I don't know if 10 points or damage out of one of those things.
That guy has like over 400 HP, and he's resistant to physical.
Rip.
He's weak to fire, but the only fire technique we have is Foy, and it's weak. I suppose we could combo Foy with Zen, but that's kind of chancy to try to do it, and because it doesn't always work unless you set it up in a macro. But still, yeah, I didn't have a macro set up for it.
It's like having to figure out what things mean at the very start. Augie is fire. That's the problem. Like, the vast majority of what I'm seeing is like,
Well, now, the manual did tell you some of the basic techniques. Oh good, Chaz is dead now.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have a manual in front of me.
You don't have the manual, no, but I did, so I know what I'm doing. Oh yes, a cure parole. That's what I needed. You know what? Screw this. That was a surprise attack. I'm not fighting it.
Lol, bye.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not doing this anymore if Chaz is dead. Well, you missed it because right at the beginning I was running from everything to get to the point where Gryz joined. Because every character that joins your party, after they leave the party, they'll continue to get the same amount of experience as everybody else does.
Huh.
And we've had one character join that's no longer with us now, and he has the slowest experience curve of pretty much everybody. I think there might be
noting
one.
that he was level 17 when he appeared.
Yes.
Compared to everyone's like level 2 and 3 at the time.
Level 2 and level 6. Elise was higher leveled because, you know, mentor and everything. Also, now that I think about it, yeah, I gotta put Rika above Elise because she has more HP and defense now. Where am I going? I want to go around this way. Because there's a hidden thing over here.
Oh, jeez.
There's a laser slasher for Elise.
What?
Laser slasher.
Also, really creepy thing over here. Let me leave and go back in. Because guess what? Zio has his own church!
Wait, why?
Because he can. And then this guy passes out. He faints. Because he's so enthralled with Zio. Also, take special note of the caricature there on either side of the entrance.
Wow.
We'll be seeing him later.
That's not unsettling at all.
Nope. So, okay, a battle. Oh, good. Tech users. Get rid of it.
I'm assuming multi-targeting.
No, no
Okay.
multi-target, but they do have Watt, which Gryz is weak to. They have Foy, which we can pretty much block. And they have Rest, which can heal. Also, it's an invisible barrier! We can't go forward!
So Gryz is weak to confusion.
Doesn't
No.
look invisible to me, but okay.
Yeah, Gryz is weak to water. Watt. I've explained this before.
What?
Oh, thank you, yes. Heal yourself. Yeah, all that damage I did, it's gone. Okay, no. Also, Han, you're in the back. Stop getting hit.
Speared?
Yeah.
Or speared the...
I have no idea.
Speared.
So we get a choice of two stairways here. I think the one on the left or the right leads to absolutely nothing. Also, that Shadow Saber I mentioned that you can pick up that will screw up Chaz's stats. Yeah, the Shadow Sabers drop them. Gosh, I wonder how that happened. I think they can also use Air Slash on you, which hits everybody. So, yeah. I mean, they do a pretty strong physical attack, but Air Slash hurts. So do these Rippers. Damn, Chaz. Oh, good, that was a critical. Yeah. Oh, and also, we got Eliminate for Rika there.
Which does...
It's an instant death ability that's based off of her agility, which is 26, which is really frickin' high right now.
Why all the instant death stuff this early in the game?
The instant death stuff is awesome in this game. This is one of the few games that are out there that it's actually worth it.
Almost felt kind of broken, almost.
It would be if it wasn't for the fact that there's very few ways of doing multi-target instant death. They're combination attacks, so it's very difficult to pull off. Oh, jeez. Why does it get its turn right after I heard it? Oh, come on!
Well, that killed one, at least.
Yeah, but still. Oh, oh. Ah!
Ow, my ears. That was uncalled for.
Just making sure you're awake.
Critical hit. Well, you're not dead yet. You're not supposed to do the death wails until later.
It's annoyance because they heal themselves. Anybody?
Well, yeah, that's actual strategy. Not dying.
Yeah, but I'm trying to make sure I don't die. By the way, laser sword.
That sounds cooler than it probably is.
Well, it doesn't actually do physical damage in terms of its element. It's technically considered energy or radiation damage.
Radiation.
Radiation.
It's... There's multiple names for each element in the game. So it can either be considered energy or radiation, just like the Tsu technique is either energy or light. You know, or anti-evil, or whatever you want to call it.
Obviously, obviously one of those elements is nuclear fusion.
Well, I mean, you'll get a character who has a skill called Flare that is just I-beams. So... Oh, also, hang on, let me think about something here. I think... Was it here? Or up here, I think? No, I'm thinking of the wrong place. I can't ever remember where it is, but there's a person who's just sitting on the ground, hugging his knees, and for some reason he's blue. And he doesn't talk. And there's no reason for it. You can't figure out why. There's no explanation whatsoever for why that is. Oh shit. I forgot something. I want healing items. I'm not going into this next boss battle without them. Also, Foy only did 4 damage because of that ceramic mail that we have. It would normally do, like, somewhere between 20 and 30 damage. So consider that. That's what resistance does.
Okay, like for a sec, I was meaning for you to go through and tell me what, because it was like, okay, are we talking space resist, or are we talking elemental resistance of a certain thing? What are we talking about here?
We're talking about elemental resistance of a particular element.
Okay, ceramic does...
Fire resistance.
Okay, that's a big difference.
Hang on, is that the
Apparently-
second ceramic knife I've picked up for free? I might want to sell these things.
Well, especially if you're buying.
I'm buying healing items. I think they cost 120 a pop, too. What I'm planning on buying. Titanium slasher, go away. Ceramic sword, I have better now. Ceramic knife. And ceramic knife. That moon dew, by the way, is a revival item. Diamonds cost 160.
Still got quite a bit.
Yeah, but I have money, so, you know. And they heal for, like, somewhere between 90 and 100 or so.
Damn, you can only buy one at a time?
Yep.
Oh. Do you have
But-
a certain item limit?
Yes, you do. There's no stacking of items, so it's just individual slots in your item inventory. I think you have 5 pages of 8. So, what, 40 items?
That's a little more restricted than something like Etrian Odyssey, which is 60.
Let's see, yeah, I think that should do it. I've got about 20 or so dimates. Believe me, the next boss fight, this guy actually has multi-target attacks that hurt. And we want to save our TP for as much as we can for that. Because Han needs it for his Gryz ability.
I'm gonna guess you're not far off.
Oh no, we're pretty close to it. Actually, what's funny is that that's pretty much my 2-hour stopping point, or at least I was planning on it being, but I think we're actually a little ahead of schedule. Because I've only been going for about an hour and a half.
Yeah, an hour and 37 minutes.
Well, keep in mind the technical difficulties we had at the starts.
At the first time I tried to start this, I was getting dropped frames, like, all over the place, and I don't understand why.
Is it just me, or did I hear a robo voice?
Oh yeah, that was you. No, I heard it too.
Robo voice.
Beep, boop. Yeah, your voice went robotic for a minute there. I'm not hosting the call, by the way. That's Serve.
It's just probably Skype.
Yeah.
Now, where the hell is Serve? Did he get caught with his parents again?
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
He said he might.
He was pretty active talking with us for a while there, but...
I kind of fell out of it because I don't have much to say.
Yeah, I noticed it was staying pretty quiet from, like, pretty much everybody. Oh good,
Well,
finally! Air slash.
Well, my biggest thing is I've never played a Phantasy Star game all the way through. Like, the only thing that I've gotten halfway amount of momentum was Phantasy Star Portable on the PSP.
And I have absolutely no idea what influenced that game, but I'm going to guess it wasn't the first 4 games.
I'd probably imagine not.
And I'm back, and suddenly we're in Plant Town. Okay.
It's not a plant, it's a fort.
See, all you gotta do is just mention his name enough and he shows up.
Wow, it's like a summoning circle almost.
I sacrificed my left arm for the
Yeah,
cause.
I was on the phone, so...
Randy Travis,
What's
Travis.
the last thing you saw me doing?
Fighting the orange robots that were kind of wrecking you.
Oh, yeah, okay. Then what you missed was the first real side quest that we did.
Sandworm.
Yeah, the sandworm battle in Mile. It was a Hunter's Guild mission. We got 5,000 Mesita for it. It
And
gave
like
us
how many levels?
Everybody got 2 to 4 levels. I think Rika got 4.
Oh, lovely. Now we're fighting Cthulhu Reapers.
I actually want to drop down this hole and go through this all over again. Because I got a laser barrier for Han. Better than his graphite shield.
A lot of lasers.
Well, yeah, pretty much. They do that with the Phantasy Star games. Laser equipment, plasma equipment, that sort of thing.
Because technology, you see.
There we go. That Warcry skill that Gryz just got, it'll increase his own attack power by his strength. And he has 33 strength right now.
Oh dear.
Consider that the closest thing to that is Elise's shift technique. And shift increases attack by her mental. And she only has 17 mental. So basically, he's getting twice the benefit for just using Warcry.
What's going to be the difference between strength and attack, anyways?
I think it's basically strength of your character plus the attack power of the weapon.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I can check real quick. It's just that if you de-equip your weapon, then you can't do anything.
So why are we fighting
Yeah, see,
human
if
soldiers?
if I take off the struggle axe, he only has 33 for attack power, and that's the same as his strength. And those human soldiers are basically agents of Zio, which is, you know, our big bad here. Or at least our middle bad, or maybe our little bad, I don't know. It kind of depends on your point of view.
First major antagonist, there.
Yeah, pretty much. I consider everything up to Zio's end being the first third of the game.
And of course, he's probably being manipulated by Dark Falls or whatever. Because that's how these things go. You can't actually have independent antagonists in the same RPG.
You thought it was Zio, but it was really Dio!
God damn it, see.
What?
JoJo's
Fantastic.
reference.
Then again, I'm the one doing 65 watts.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, hey, here we
Got
go.
it.
Elise just got her last skill, Death.
Yeah.
Guess what that
That's
does?
It casts
Yeah.
Mudo.
Yes. Things die.
Buddha?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, Hiryuu, I keep joking that this game is basically Digital Devil Saga 1994 edition.
It really is. It basically comes off as like a really early old style SMT.
Except SMT was empty at a point and started in 1987. So
Yeah, way back on the Famicom.
Yep.
I don't know my history.
That's
Yeah,
it.
but
MT.
who the fuck cares about the original Majin Tensei games?
They were actually, I heard
Dami,
that...
actually, but no, actually, they translated that here, not but this last year. I believe
Really?
OGTP did. Yeah.
I might have to look that up. That seems like it might be neat.
That being said, Megami Tensei 2 has one of the best soundtracks for the Famicom I've ever heard. If not for the fact, I think that's N106. So Namco sound. I mean, it's either N106 or something Konami. I can't remember.
VRC6?
It's something like that. It's not just the standard FTS or 2A03. It actually sounds really nice.
So we got a laser claw for Rika.
More lasers.
So what's
Yeah.
the point? So what's the point of
On,
Blank
one more.
Fortress?
Okay, I'm gonna use this
Kill a
macro
boss.
right here. This macro, Illusion and Death. It's called Lethal Image, the combination ability. And it's a multi-target instant death.
Oh, that's cute.
Ribbit?
Well,
Ribbit.
Don't say ribbit. You missed the frogs.
I said R-I-M-I-T.
Oh, yeah, remit. It's basically a paralysis ability.
Okay, got it.
Which is funny because the opposite of it is called Rimpa. Guess what it does?
Well, opposite, I'm assuming gets rid of it, but I'm
It's
probably
basically
wrong.
trying to say remove paralysis.
Oh. Well, I saw something that was like,
Hang on.
what you did there is you
Seven,
merged two things together. You can do up to 8 things together?
What? Huh?
no,
You
up to
merged
5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was that
You
5?
can only have 5 party members.
Yeah, and each one can only do one ability in any particular round.
Oh, so
Okay.
it's like the fusion spells from Persona 2.
Yeah, kind of. Let's see. No, you know what? I'm gonna have him use Tsu there. You
Oh, is
have
he wearing-
there.
That looks like a biohazard on him.
Yeah, a little bit.
See, he's a nuclear priest. He's going to.
Ow!
He's going to attack us with Megadolon over and over.
Ow!
so
He
it's-
used Zahn on us. Let's see.
Parity
Nope.
up.
Cross cut. No, you know what? I think we're good for now. And I used that dexterity up, but it only increases dexterity by like 8 points. It's actually bugged. It's supposed to increase dexterity by your mental, but it doesn't really work. In the Japanese version, it only ever increased your dexterity by 75 all the time. Consider how fair that is.
So it would have been completely broken early game.
Yeah. Like, it would have been completely broken. Ow! I don't like that
You
force
sound like
flash.
Wow, there goes half your HP.
I think it's a little more than half. We're just gonna have everybody use Dimates on themselves.
You sound like you keep ramming your toe up against the door.
There's no guarantee I haven't been doing that this whole time.
Stop it. What did the door ever do to you?
So it's kind of like
Be in the way?
goes between 90 and 120, you said?
It averages somewhere around 98, I think.
Okay.
Use Vortex
I
and...
remember FF1 cure spells being between a certain number. It wasn't really based on anything else other than
Well,
that.
the healing items are pretty static. The healing techs have a base amount, and then they're increased by mental.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that, do that, and... I don't really need to heal. What the hell? What am I supposed to do with On? Let's see. I guess I'll use Watt, even though he's kind of resistant to techs, because he has a pretty good mental stat. Okay, we're done anyways. And killing him makes a stairway magically appear, yes.
Oh, well then.
And before we go any further, let us strip Elise and Han of their equipment.
I was like, for a second there, what?
Yeah, we've been having several moments like that tonight.
So,
Hilarious.
Hisame would probably be completely okay with that.
I like how she's like, we are Elise, Brangwyn, and company. No need to introduce everybody. So yeah, she's a control android, and she healed everybody just to make sure that everybody was alive for what's going to happen after this cutscene. Because it's important.
So we're basically about to rescue Aegis.
Beep boop.
So here's Zio.
Two pictures at once.
It's got a kind of comic book feel to the way they've got the cutscenes going.
Kinda. A face
So is-
glittering with anger.
so
He
is
really
he-
doesn't look angry. He looks snobbish.
So is he just like a human supremacist?
He's kind of a destruction supremacist. Listen to this. His god will not tolerate any life forms in Algo.
Oh, so yeah, he's totally serving Dark Falls.
Just wait. Fun and games are over with. Anyone who dares gets in my way will perish, blah blah blah. My god shall destroy thee, O greatest, why, one and only ultimate god, Dark Force! Gee, I wonder what's going on with Dark Force. Also, Magic Barrier. In the interest of making this happen faster, I'm just gonna have everybody defend. Because uselessly attacking would be useless. We can't hit
Oh,
him.
lovely. He even gets his own, like, vaguely final boss-like background.
And also, he has unique music. Also, face. Everybody recognizes that face, right?
Yeah, I do. Oh dear.
Also, Chaz got hit with Black Wave, only Chaz
Yeah.
didn't get hit with Black Wave.
That fucking face.
Yeah, Chaz didn't get hit with Black Wave. And we just escaped. And what's funny is that in the original translation...
And Alice is fucked, so I guess we have to kill her at some point in the story.
In the original translation, Rika tried to use rest, not Guy rest, because there's no guarantee she'll have that tech by the time you get to this point. I've done it before where she's only had rests, but the cutscene would say Guy rest anyways. Of course, it's kind of hard to get to this point where Han doesn't have Guy rest, so, you know, whatever. So yeah, we have to get below that invisible barrier that everybody can plainly see. And Elise wants us to go and find Rune. Now, you missed Rune, Hiryuu. He's a jerk. But he's also level 17. So, and he knows magic. Nobody else knows magic.
Ooh, magic.
Okay.
So we've got to go and...
Oh, just people.
Oh, he's just an asshole.
So yeah, now that we have to get past the quicksand, we've got to go and get ourselves an armored car.
Cool. What? Land Rover. Fucking huge car.
Also, we're leaving Han behind to watch over Elise, and of course, he's got a cute girlfriend. Only it's his fiancée. Oh, by the way, you missed it. We extorted money from Han for like the entire time he was with us. We got 1,800
Alright.
Mesita from him. So, we put Demi in the front because, as an android, she will always revive at the end of combat, no matter what. And also, she recovers her HP just from walking. And also, if you notice, she takes 2 steps where everybody else is 1.
Game balance? What's that?
Yeah, exactly. A motorcycle.
Damn it, Hisame, stop riding a bike in your room.
So you have to get this control key because we're going to have a cutscene where we get an item in our inventory. And if you have no room in your inventory when the cutscene happens, then technically it should interrupt the cutscene, but they don't want to do that, so they give you an item to trade off in the first place. So it doesn't interrupt cutscenes, just in case you ran out of inventory space. It took me a while to figure out why they were doing that, but then I realized, oh yeah, that makes sense. So, there's our car.
The car looks like a tank.
Just wait.
Okay.
Go Power Rangers.
It sounds a ship,
No.
except it doesn't have wings.
Except we can get into combat while we're in it, and it has its own weapons.
Also, now we're in Wild Arms.
Oh, it has its own HUD too. Neat.
Yes, it does. Also,
What's
it
your
recovers its SP, which is basically its health, after every battle. It's just the options. You have to rest it and in to get those recovered.
Do you actually get any experience out of these fights?
Yes, you do. All your characters get experience like normal.
So
Is
it's actually worth
the
it.
encounter list the same? If
No,
you're
it
on
has
tank?
it has its own encounters.
Oh, so there's no chance like in the Wild Arms games where you can actually encounter enemies on foot that you're meant to defeat with your tanks and get utterly wasted.
Yeah, no. There's only one place where the enemies that you fight in the tank are exactly the same as the ones you fight when you're on foot, but those are meant to be fought while you are on foot.
Ah.
Now that we're in Monsen, first off, let's activate this real quick. Earthquake! Also, Gryz is afraid. Yep, this guy is our Miles Edgeworth.
So next you're gonna tell me that his father was killed in an elevator.
Actually, his father was killed by Zio.
He was killed with a lightning spell.
See, you missed it, but we went to a town earlier that was destroyed by Zio, and Gryz is originally from that town.
Ah.
Okay.
So, we activate the
That's a lot
side
of
quest. They just want us to do something about it. Now, like I said, we activated a side quest, but there's actually yet another type of side quest we can go do right now. Let's go back to Aedo, where the Hunters Guild is. But let's not go into the city proper. Let's go around the outside of it, because, yes, this is a thing.
Ow.
Again?
What's up, Hisame?
Hey. I'm back.
Oh, you've been gone?
Yeah, as I told you, I would be gone for a while.
So, here's
Now
here's a shop that sells shortcake.
What?
Shortcake.
Nothing but shortcake.
Sweet.
It does heal you if you use it, I think, but that's not what we're going to have it for. We are going back into the town because we have a Hunters Guild mission to do. Now that we've visited Monsen, and we have the Land Rover, it's open.
Oh yeah, Hisame, we have a tank now, and
It lets us go over quicksand.
Alice is sitting this one out because she has dark magical cancer.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty much what she has, is dark magical cancer. So, our mission is called Tinkerbell's Dog.
But Alice is Alice.
She's in Krupp. We left her behind with Han.
It's cool. We replaced Alice with a cute robot girl. It's all good.
Yeah, she takes two steps for everybody else's one.
Yeah, we replaced Alice with Ibis, so...
Let us go back to Monsen, because that's where we need to go for what we're doing. Because while it wasn't there the first time we went there, guess what? Now that we've done this... Wait, hang on, it's gone. It should have been here. Do I have to go back to Krupp and find out that it ran away? Because it won't be in Krupp. Oh no, wait, it is in Krupp. Holy crap, why is the dog still here? It's always in Monsen for some reason. Oh well, whatever. Anyways. It hasn't activated yet because I'm an idiot. I forgot to actually activate the quest by talking to the person who wants us to find the dog.
Also, hey. So,
That's not the right one. It's the one next door. That's a fortune teller who tells you something that, against, like, I don't know, she warns Elise not to go out doing whatever, and now she's not going to be, yeah. Anyways, this person says that they want us to find a dog. And we get our clue that he likes to eat a lot. And then the kid's like, oh, by the way, the dog's name is Rocky. And the kid is of absolutely no help whatsoever. Okay, now we're going to Monsen because now the dog will be here.
Magically moves
It ran away across the quicksand somehow.
quickly.
Because that makes sense.
And so we talk to it, and we identify it as Rocky, and then it whimpers at us, and we give it some shortcake, and now we take it back with us. And then happy music! So yeah, that's a quick way of getting 2,000 Mesita. Which is nice, because we're about to upgrade our armor again.
Wouldn't shortcake be incredibly poisonous to a dog?
Don't think about
Don't
it too much.
question it.
Hey, just because
You
it's your
know
favorite-
I'm going to question these kinds of things. You know it. Don't try to stop me.
Just because it's your favorite thing doesn't necessarily mean it's good for you.
Anyway, since we're here, we can heal for free because we have our own house. Technically, it's Elise's home, not Chaz. Well, he does live there with her, in his own separate bedroom. But, yeah. I'm gonna go and buy a
Sure he does.
I'm gonna go and buy a telepipe because I don't feel like wasting my TP again and having to heal up again. That's not the
Yeah,
right
it would
one.
be bad if you ran out of TP and had a bowel emergency in the middle of the dungeon.
I imagine Gryz would have them faster than either of the others.
Ew.
Oh, wait, hang on, I forgot. Let me sell this crap that I have in my inventory. I don't need it anymore.
Please stop.
Graphite shield, saber
Could've said
claw,
I said
graphite,
shit.
titanium
Oh,
slasher,
come on.
laser.
I'm sorry, see, but you asked for it.
You did. You really did. Laser barrier, graphite suit, ceramic knife. And while we're at it, let's sell our Land Rover. Oh, wait, no, they won't take it. Because armored car is in our inventory, and we're carrying it around. Remember, we warped over here, we're on the world map, and now we are in our armored car. Whee! But yeah.
How the fuck are we carrying that tank around?
Capsule
Gryz is
Corp.
pretty buff.
Yes, Capsule Corp. That is the answer. Oh, by the way, now that I think about it, I should probably save my game for the first time at all in this session.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would probably be a good idea.
You are at the 2-hour mark.
Guys, want to keep going, or what? I mean, I don't mind.
I would probably say, just for the sake of clarity, you may as well just call it a night. But that's just me. I've been here for an hour. Everyone else has been here for.
Well-
some of us have been here for 2.
And some of us have been here for a broken amount of time.
I don't know. Is there something that you can do real quick?
I was going to do the Plate Center mission, which is basically we're going to fix the earthquake problem.
That's up to you.
Depends on how long it takes, I guess.
I don't think
Just
it
knock
takes
out and
too
then call it
long.
a night.
Let's see.
It's like saying, let's just knock out Yasmat and call it a night. Well, yeah, I think anyone would.
Well, the difference is that Yasmat is one thing for a long time. This is lots of smaller things for a long time.
23 seconds in some hack cases. I still find that funny.
This place is kind of important, though, because we do get new armor and a new weapon for Demi and a new weapon for Gryz. Oh, and also a new skill for Demi. Because androids don't get new skills by leading levels. They get new skills in boxes.
Makes sense.
Aww.
Let's see, do I have... I only have one use of Air Slash. Man. Okay, hang on, I gotta do this again. Might as well concentrate my attacks to make sure I actually kill things. I don't want to spread out my attacks and then kill nothing.
I don't look like warplanes.
This is actually our, for this particular type of enemy, their first recolor.
Ah, yeah.
Because we saw these guys earlier when they were sensor bits. Now down here is Titan gear, titanium gear basically, which is better than head gear apparently. Ow.
Headgear, mate, tin gear.
Oh, hey there, Dark Samus.
No.
That robot dude looks a lot like Dark Samus.
Real.
Do I have anything? No.
Ah, my shoulder.
That guy, and yeah,
Are you
I'm gonna
having-
use Air
Are you
Slash.
having muscle pain again, Hisame?
No.
Ah.
Yeah, Air Slash.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna die.
Please don't.
So, absolutely no TP on that one, though.
Yeah, no. Androids don't have techniques. You'll also
So-
find they have no mental stat either.
So, literally all physical.
Well, physical and their special abilities. I should probably explain this real quick. She has a bunch of skills. No techniques, obviously, but she has Recover, which heals herself. Stasis Beam paralyzes a biological enemy. Spark is instant death against androids and mechs and things. Barrier will increase everyone's magic defense, which is basically tech defense and things like that. And Medic Power will actually heal all the other biological people in your party.
Now, what's the difference between BTL and camp?
Battle and camp, as in
Oh,
battle
okay.
or not in battle.
Can be used. Okay,
Yeah.
can be used. Alright.
Yeah. Anything that's offensive is battle only. Anything that's healing is either. And obviously status is battle only as well, because... Except for healing, Anti, which is the antidote spell, is also can be used outside of battle, because that's the only... And also Rimpa, I think. But there's one tech called Arouse, which basically will wake you up. But sleep wears off at the end of battle anyways. So... Oh, and also it looks like arrows, but there's only one R. Because they were limited to 5 characters. Yeah, something like that. It's supposed to sound like arouse, as in you're rousing someone from sleep. Also, Demi is dead.
Oops.
Good job.
We have an item called a repair kit, but I'm not going to use it. Because it's useless, because she recovered automatically. And also, I'm walking, and now she's got 10 HP instead of 1.
So that auto recovers after battle no matter what.
Yes. So, yeah, we found a box with some weird machines. Spare parts for androids. and they will fit her, and now we must turn around and close our eyes so she can install them.
What?
So even an android has a sense of shame.
Well,
Evidently.
yeah, pretty much.
Did
Oh,
you never
no,
read
what?
Yokohama Shop?
And now she has the Phonon, which is an ability that hits all
Of course
enemies.
robots have shame.
Phonon hits all enemies.
Yes, it's basically sound waves, so it's physical attack, but it's a physical attack that hits everybody. Well, all the enemies. Yeah. It's actually really powerful, and also it combos with Chaz's Air Slash. Creates an ability called Silent Wave.
Can it actually silence enemies?
No. Well, actually you can. There is a tech called Seals. But usually when you use it, it will actually cause nasty things to happen in response for the enemies that get hit with it. And that's the ones that you need to use it against because they will use techs on you. Also, I'm getting murdered here.
Yeah, don't do that. That's bad.
Fortunately, they're now targeting to me, which is nice. If only Gryz could hit these guys because they're physically resistant, and his attack is physical, whereas the other two have non-physical attacks. They're energy attacks. I have items. I'm going to use them.
Probably be best.
Yeah. No
Rika
kidding.
only has 22 TP left. Whoa, no.
Okay.
Just no.
Oops.
Just no.
3 Dark Samuses. 3.
You're like, nope, fuck this shit.
That's one battle we ain't gonna do.
Evidently, they reproduce asexually as well.
They
No one gets those jokes.
actually build
we did
more
that-
inside the
we did
robot
that
center?
at the beginning of the stream, so
Fuck you, fuck you, and fuck you.
Well, we did have an enemy that
Yes.
does. We did have an enemy that does fission and creates little enemies.
Don't like these guys.
man, look at those worker bots just shrug their shoulders like it ain't no thing.
Oh, just wait till later in the game. There's a recolor of them that will combine with something else to form something called a life deleter. Also laser axe. Yeah, I'm gonna use another Diamate on Gryz because the Seekers are the dangerous one. The railgun is weak compared to the laser cannon.
Yeah, those lasers are actually pretty strong.
Oh yeah, now that Elise isn't in the party anymore, both of our macros that I set are like broken. So I'm going to get rid of them.
Yeah, because you gotta recreate that since that no longer. Yeah.
Well, the thing is I don't like using them very often. Usually the best reason for having a macro is to get a combination attack off. And at this moment, I think we only have one combination attack available, and or at least we would, except I think I already used Air Slash, and we don't have that any more of them. Let me check. Yeah, he has a second use now, but he got it after using his one use, and we'd have to go and heal up in order to use it again. Also, we got another laser barrier. We have nobody here that it would be a good idea to use a one-handed weapon with. We did get a laser knife, and Chaz can use it, but you have a laser sword. Why would you bother? Alright, last floor. Come over here, get the stun shot for Demi. It's a little stronger. Ah, no! You got ambushed. We got ambushed. Hang on, you know what? Demi is the best person to use a Diamate because the stun shot is resisted by these guys. And she's relatively fast, so she doesn't go close to last like some people. Ah, lasers.
And the way you come across on this almost sounds like this game's not in your favor.
Sometimes it isn't. I think I'll be fine to finish this. The control center for the plate system. Yay! It's turned off. And look how happy Gryz is in the background. Woo!
The system is down. Let's not. No more of those references. No one's going to get those old ones either.
I started walking and got into a battle when I should have just left. Because I have the ability to do that. I have a tech. It's called Heinous. And it will get you out of here.
Wait.
Heinous.
what?
H-I-N-A-S.
That's not what you said.
It is.
That is an oddly unfortunate name.
Yes.
I never saw a single thing wrong with it until I started listening to you jokers. I go into Chaz's text, and you look at the second one, and look how it's spelled, and remember, that's what I said. I'm getting back into my armored car and going back to...
My giant
Actually, you know what?
monkey.
Form! Actually, now that I think about it, I'm just going to go to the next town and get that out of the way now. Because I can. Just so I'm there. Really not worth it to fight that guy. I'm going the wrong way. I want to go this way. So, we're in Termi now. If I walk around outside, I can fight sandworms, but they're a lot stronger than the one I fought earlier. Like, this one actually has an ability called Earthquake that hits everybody, and basically kills you at this point in the game.
Didn't we just stop the earthquakes, though?
Well, these ones are caused by the sandworms and not by the plate system.
Fucking worms, dude.
So
I can't afford things. Why can't I afford things? Fine, I'm gonna sell things then.
Hiryuu, Hisame was wanting to ask you something.
Huh? What?
you should totally stream one of the GameCube Phantasy Star games because Max won't do it. Because Max is
I won't
silly.
do it because the online games are stupid.
I've
Max
never
is silly.
played one through, so I wouldn't know the first thing about that.
It's
The only
okay,
one he's
just,
played is Portable.
Just play Portable then.
If I actually figure out something about it, maybe, but that may be a while.
Alright, we are fully equipped now.
I have a horrible idea.
Oh my goodness.
So, is that it for everybody? Nobody wants to go through one more dungeon, huh?
Well,
I
one more
think I'm
dungeon for
good.
you will probably be about 20.
Yeah.
I was only going to propose playing for another 40 minutes. But if you guys don't want to, then we'll stop.
We'll be back.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Where was... Hang on, let me see something here.
Don't forget to save.
I just did.
Do it again just in case.
I'm also going to use one of I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream now.
Okay.
Alright.